There are gazillion ways to make money online, hundreds of potential niches to serve, and millions of products to sell on the web. However, the foundation of your success comes down to three things: the right target market and the right products at the right time. The World Wide Web is minting new millionaires every single day, new multimillionaires every single month, and new billionaires every single year. You can be part of this success story if you want to. There are plenty of opportunities always around, and you too can get a slice of the $3.5 trillion global e-commerce market. Check out these 50 proven things to easily source and sell online for massive profits. Stay tuned. Hello, welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweaty Kiwi. I'm very happy to have you here. I hope you're doing fantastic. You are doing marvelous. If you are doing marvelous like I am, grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. Today I want to talk to you about something very interesting. I want to talk to you about 50 things to easily source and sell online. Now, before we really get into the whole nitty-gritty here, let me quickly just greet and give a fan shout out to those millions of listeners and viewers and fans who are supporting us, who are always there for us. We really appreciate it. We want to give a shout out to Sebastian Evans in Berenice, Idaho. We love you. Big shout out to you and the family. Mel Cole in Atlanta, Idaho. Thank you so much, Mel. And Tia Atkinson in Northman, Idaho. So Tia Atkinson, Mel Cole, and Sebastian Evans and your respective families, we really appreciate all the support. Now, before I give you the 50 proven things to easily source and sell online for massive profits, let's first sort of understand the foundation. Let me give you a few criteria you need to pay attention to before you engage in online commerce. This is very important, folks. Now, before you apply any of the 50 proven things that I'm about to give you, there are 10 criteria you must absolutely pay attention to. Now, I will explain to you why those criteria are important, because you can't just jump on the e-commerce bandwagon if you're not prepared. Number one, whatever product you choose among the 50 items that I'm about to give you, make sure that the markup is extremely high. You want to choose products that have a high markup, because the global e-commerce is a very competitive space, right? And you are actually competing, whether you are somewhere in Idaho or New York or Florida, you are competing with people across the globe, whether they're in China, Russia, Tanzania, Brazil, or Lithuania. It doesn't really matter, right? This is a global marketplace here. So make sure the product that you choose has a high markup, so that you are able to not only compete in terms of price, but also have enough margin, enough profitability to scale the business within 3, 6, or 12 months. This is very important. Number two, make sure that the product is difficult to find. So any product that you choose, right, you can either customize it or try to find a way to make the product difficult to find. Now, what marketing specialists call it, having a product or a market where the entry barrier is very high. Now, so if you find an item online, what you really want to do here is find a way to differentiate yourself, find a way to make your product unique. Right, there are a lot of ways to do that, and we'll commit a show on the tactics of drop shipping and all the things that are available to e-commerce specialists, e-commerce entrepreneurs. But the bottom line here is that you want to differentiate yourself. Now, the third thing we want to pay attention to is to make sure that the price of the item that you choose is not readily available. Now, you can choose any generic item and customize it, and that makes it unique, right? So people will not be able to say, I know this bulb, the bulb is worth, this bulb cost five bucks, right? Why is he or she selling it for 15? But if you customize the bulb, if you transform it, if you add a little bit of touch of uniqueness to it, then the bulb becomes a unique bulb, right? So you can sell it for 20 bucks or 15 bucks. A lot of companies do that. A lot of big companies do that. So the bottom line here is that you make sure that the price of your item is not available. Number 4, make sure no big player controls the market. So whatever items you choose, make sure that you don't have to compete with the Walmart of the world, with the Amazon of the world, right? Make sure there is no a retailer or a wholesaler or no major player controls the market, because if they do, chances are they have the scale, they have the operational resources. Chances are sooner or later they will trump you, they will crush you. So don't go head to head with a big player. So this is something that you have to uncover during the market research phase of your of your e-commerce journey. So this is very important. Number 5, make sure the product that you're trying to sell is not available within your country. So whatever you are, if you are in the States, make sure the product is not available within your state, right? The bottom line here is to differentiate yourself. The bottom line here is to find a product where you are a major player, right? The idea here is not to have a monopoly or a duopoly. The idea is to have an oligopoly, right? So a monopoly is when you have a one seller to many people, right? A duopoly is when you have 2 sellers, so you have 2 people who control the market, right? So what you really want here is to have a duopoly or an oligopoly. Now, oligopoly is when you have a few players who actually sell to millions of individuals. So the idea here is to make sure that there aren't a lot of people who sell the product, so you don't have a perfect market sort of construct, a perfect market sort of framework. So make sure the product is not sold in your area. Number 6, make sure the product looks sophisticated and eye-catching. Now, this is very important. Now, you can actually customize, again, the products that you can pick any products that is generic. And this is where your talent of design, your talent of customization, right, will allow you to differentiate yourself from your rivals. So make sure the product is sophisticated and eye-catching. And this is very easy to do, actually. Another thing that is very important that many online magazines and online many news media reports have indicated is that to have quick success in e-commerce, make sure the products can be quickly manufactured. Again, there are a lot of techniques, there are a lot of things you can do to manufacture products. So, there's something called drop shipping, there's something called, there are other contractual arrangements where you can basically contact the manufacturer and send the manufacturer your design and have the manufacturer really replicate products based on what you want. And this is very important, folks, because the bottom line here again is to make sure that you are differentiating yourself. So the product can be quickly manufactured. Number 7 or number 8? Oh, number 8. Make sure the products that you are choosing doesn't fall near or inside a regulated sector. Now, this is very important, folks. This is a biggie. The very important thing here is to make sure that the product is not in a regulated sector, right? So you want to steer clear of anything food related or pharmaceutical related, because the last thing you want is to have the feds coming after your operation because you are encroaching on a highly regulated sector. So steer away from some what I call quote unquote sensitive products, right? You want to look for products, everyday products that are not regulated, that you can sell very easy, that you don't need a license, you don't need anything, you don't need a license to produce that kind of stuff. Number 9 is very important. Look for, this is another biggie here. If you can find a product that is not seasonal, because you don't want to have a seasonal product, right? So find a product that is consumed, that is bought all year long. Now, there is a caveat to that, and the caveat here is that if you want to go with a seasonal product, make sure that that product produces massive revenue, right? A lot of kaching, gazillion kaching. You want to have a product that is a blockbuster, even if this product only happens to be a blockbuster for 3 months, right? So this is very important. For instance, you have every year on November 11th, there is a shopping festival, quote unquote, on Alibaba in China, and a lot of merchants worldwide make tons of money on that particular date, November 11th. We actually we have an entire show on Alibaba and how the company is able to become a global colossus here. And if you get a chance, you might want to check that video, that program. You will learn a lot about how to sell and how to sell in bulk and how to make money quickly. So to get back to what I'm talking about, you can go with seasonal products, but make sure that the season is huge enough to cover all your costs, right? So you can choose things like the Alibaba, a single day, they call it single day festival, 11/11, November 11, or you can go with Black Friday or Cyber Monday. This, in the States, this sort of huge opportunities would allow you to sell products quickly. Now, the last element here is number 10. Make sure the product can be sold in bulk. Make sure the product is suitable for a wholesale operation, right? Because the bottom line here is you are trying to make money. You are trying to increase your profit quickly. So you don't want to be in the retail sort of environment so much, right? You don't want to be selling 1 or 2 products to people every now and then. You want to have a product that can be sold in bulk if possible. So those are the 10 criteria you must absolutely pay attention to before you start, sourcing products and trying to sell products online. This is very important. We will be right back right after this. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Soy Kiwi. I hope you are still around. Are you still around? Are you still around? I am. This is, today we're talking about 50 things, 50 things to easily source and sell online, right? So the goal here is to take advantage to get a slice of the 3.5 trillion global e-commerce market. I want you, after watching this show, after listening to this podcast, to be able to get a slice of the 3.5 trillion global e-commerce market. Because again, as I said earlier, the World Wide Web is minting new millionaires every single day, new multimillionaires every single month, and new billionaires every single year. You can be part of this success story if you want to. Now let's quickly talk about number 2. I want to talk to you about what I call other competitive boosters. Now we've talked about the criteria you need to pay attention to. Now I want you to think about 6 things that are very critical. Whatever product you sell, make sure the products, if they are sold to children, or if children are the direct or final customers, make sure the products are very, 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 very well done. Because the last thing you want is to be sued, to have a lawsuit on your back, or being, the feds are chasing you, or the FDA is chasing you because of some kind of malfunction, or some kind of situation, some kind of bad situation happening out of your products. So you want to really pay attention to children and make sure the products are the whole thing is just tight, right? The packaging, the design, the content of the product, everything must be very, 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 very well done. The same applies for pets. If you're selling products that are destined to pets, cats, dogs, primarily, make sure the whole operation is tight. The whole operation is well designed, and you have reviewed everything from A to Z. This is very important again because people are very sensitive, and for a good reason, when it comes to products, targeting children and animals, especially domestic animals. So that's very important. This is a competitive booster. This is a competitive booster for you. So you can switch that competitive booster around too. Now, I'm calling it competitive booster because you can actually make tons of money. You can make tons of cash really when selling to children and to pets, right? But there are risks surrounding that sort of business. So you just want to be aware of the risks so you can mitigate them. And once you are able to mitigate them, the opportunity to make extreme cash flows is huge. The third thing after children and government, children and pets, the third thing is government. Whatever product you are choosing, as I said earlier before, make sure you're not encroaching on the regulatory field. Make sure the government is not paying attention to that field. Make sure law enforcement is not monitoring trends, is not monitoring consumption trends or anything else on that field. Things, obviously you're not going to sell on the internet things like weapons or things like grenades or bombs or anything illegal, right? So you are going to choose very respectable, really legit products to sell. However, some products fall under the list of prohibited items or some kind of unauthorized, whatever it is, whatever products you choose. Make sure that you double check online with your states, with your law enforcement authorities, or with the federal government. Or if you are outside of the United States, make sure you check with your local authorities whether the products you want to sell, this product fits within the regulatory framework. This is very important because you might be selling to a country where the product itself is legal, is legit. But if you live in a country where the sale of such a product is not authorized, you might end up in jail, right? You are going to go to jail because you are located in a country, like the country where you are located. You are violating the laws and regulations of the country where you operate from. So this is what legal scholars call jurisdictional authority. So the country has jurisdictional authority or jurisdictional purview over the location where you are conducting your business from. Another thing you want to pay attention to is, and which is also a competitive booster, is you want to make sure the target audience is large. You really want to go for the large audience. Forget about the niche, the niche market. Now, there are some products where niche strategy is important, right? I'm not saying, just forget about the niche market here, but you can apply a niche strategy here if you are selling premium products where the markup is humongous. If the product is rare enough, or if the niche doesn't really care about price, and you can make, say, 1,000% profit margin, then go for it. That niche is worth it. So if that's not the case, the bottom line here is that I advise you to really go for a target audience that is large. Make sure the product is used every single day. This is important, very important, folks, right? Again, going back to, harken back to my advice about making sure the product is large. You want to have, not the product, the target audience is large, right? The target audience must be large. So you want to make sure the product is used every day. Another thing you want to do here is that in terms of production, in terms of sourcing, to boost your competition, to boost your competitive edge here, make sure the producers are in an area where the cost of resources is cheap, right? For instance, Southeast Asia, right? Now, you can also do this in developed countries. I tell people a lot that you can actually produce great stuff, great quality at affordable price, great quality stuff at affordable price in the United States, Canada, UK, Australia, Europe, Germany, France. You can produce good quality stuff at cheap prices if you do it. And check this out, this is very important. You want to do this in rural areas or underdeveloped areas where the cost of labor is cheap. Let me repeat that. If you want to produce, and I think it is a good it is a good strategy to do this. For instance, in the United States, you can actually go to rural areas, very isolated areas, where you will be considered the king or the queen if you bring labor, if you bring jobs to the area. And the good thing here is that you will make more money because you will be getting tax incentives, deductions, and other government credits, even subsidies sometimes, depending on your industry. So you're making just free money, right? And in that situation, what you have is you have what economists called a monopsony. So you will be the only buyer of labor in the town. Imagine if you go into a town where there is, everything is kind of dead, everything is lethargic, and all of a sudden you are bringing 10 jobs, 20 jobs to the town, 30 jobs, right? You are in a monopsony here because your business is the only employer in town. So everybody's just, cozying up to you. Everybody is sucking up to you. You have legislators trying to make sure that you are treated comfortably. You get all the subsidies, you get tax credits, and on top of that, you can make money by selling your products, and you can sell the products overseas. So a lot of folks always think, I have this product, I want to produce the products in Asia or Africa or Latin America because the cost of labor is very low there. It is low, but there are consequences because then they have to bring the product back to the States, or you have to repatriate your income at the end of the year back to the States, and there are some tax consequences to that. So just watch those, the production location for your products. We'll be right back right after this. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sort of Healing. I'm very happy that you're still around. Now, I'm very excited because this sort of conversation around sourcing and selling quick products is something I really enjoy, and especially when you see that every year there are new millionaires and billionaires and multimillionaires being minted. It's just kind of give you a hope that everyone can actually become wealthy, can become successful if they can just identify the right strategy, know how to apply their strategy, and surround themselves with the right people, and again choose the right product and the right target audience. So this is what we are talking about today. Today I'm going to show you very quickly 50 products to easily source and sell online. And we're going to start now with the top 10. Now, there's no sort of priority or ranking here. I just listed those 50 in the order we were able to find them online, and there's no ranking based on revenue, based on the difficulty to source the products or that kind of stuff. No, this is just a conversation. Just think about it as just a fire pit conversation where we are having, we're just relaxing and having a conversation about 50 items, and those items are, I'm going to start right now. Now, before I start, let me quickly say that I want to give a fan shout out to our lovely and fantastic and marvelous. I love this word. Marvelous just sounds right? Marvelous. So we want to give a fan shout out to Alex Brooks. He is in Pomona, Illinois. Harper Evans, Liverpool, Illinois. Maisie Perry, she is in Oakdale, Illinois. Beautiful state of Illinois. I have friends in Chicago. We are giving a big shout out to all our viewers and listeners and fans in Illinois, and also in Chicago. Thank you so much. Now, for those who are listening to us, if you find this content relevant so far, if this is giving you ideas in terms of e-commerce, and you just love us, you would like us to keep doing what we're doing here, please consider subscribing to our channel. please, just hit that subscribe button, and also press that little button that tells you to be notified, because you want to be kept in the loop as we drop new shows, new gems every single day. Like the content if you think it's appropriate, it's relevant to you. Share it. Comment below. We want to know more about your experience in e-commerce, what you think it works, what you think doesn't work. Share the intellectual wealth with the Kiwi community, so everybody knows what's really happening. Now, product number 1. We are starting the countdown now. Seamless bra. Seamless bra is product number 1 now. This is a very important product that works all year. Here you are targeting a female audience, so you want to customize your product, make sure it is appropriate based on the season, based on, of course, you would have done some research to know the desires and wants of your target audience. So seamless bra always works. Number 2, selfie night lights. Now this is a general product, right? A product that is always used. People want to take selfies 24/7, right? Even in darkness. So it is important to sort of have, again, here what you have is you want to have a product that is well designed, that is visually appealing, and that people can use very simply. Number 3, wireless phone chargers. Now, wireless phone chargers is a good one. I mean, this is a really, really good one, and I think this is one of those products where you basically can use them everywhere, right? People want to be able to have is anybody contacting me here? People would want to be around and have some kind of they want to charge their phones. So wireless phone chargers is important, especially the smaller the better. If you can source a charger that is very small, people will love it. Number 4, the car phone holder. Car phone holders are important now. The market for car phone holders is not as big as the wireless phone chargers, right? Because more people have a cell phone than a car, right? However, car phone holders can actually cost a lot more. So you can actually, those holders can fetch a higher price depending on your positioning here. So this is something you'll be interested in. Number 5, water saving shower head. Now, water saving shower head is something that is very, very popular. It's an item that's very popular all year long. Some people have thought earlier that it was an item that was seasonal, that was more available and desired in the summer. But the latest consumer research, has shown that people love this sort of people want to save water, right? So people are looking for that kind of item all year long. Number 6, anti-snoring device. The last thing you want is having a partner or a child or somebody in the same room who has what I call a snoring problem. So a snoring device, an anti-snoring device. Who would want a snoring device? No, an anti-snoring device makes more sense. So the thing you want here is that, again, this is a general product. This is a product that appeals to the masses. You can sell it to children, to adults, to kids. It doesn't really to teenagers. It doesn't really matter. So this is another good cash flow products. What I call it cash flow products. Now, men's body shaper, another good one. Men's body shaper is also a good product that it's very popular, specifically in the spring, in early spring, in the summer. So this is something that you would want to have in your portfolio so that you can capture a significant market. Number 8, sponge paint roller. Now this is more for a dedicated market, the DIY market, but again, this product can fetch a high margin for you. So if you do the positioning and the targeting properly, you can actually get something out of the market for them. Number 9, essential oil diffuser. Now, essential oil diffusers are very, it's part of what I call a niche market, right? It was a niche market a few years ago. I think 3 years ago it was a niche market. Nowadays, what we've seen is that it is, the general populace is getting interested in essential oil diffusers because it's no longer seen as something, as an item reserved for the elite. It is more, its appeal has been, it's more, it's more larger than it was before. So, pretty good margin to make also on this one. And number 10, smartwatch. Now, smartwatch, we are used to smartphones and smart devices. So, a smartwatch is just part of that continuum of products that rely on IoT and AI and other sort of technological sophistication to make the consumers be happy. So these were the very first top 10 products to easily source and sell online. We'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweaty Kiwi. If you just joined this program, we are talking about 50 things to easily source and sell online for massive profits, right? Now, there are a gazillion ways to make money online, hundreds of potential niches to serve, and millions of products to sell on the web. However, the foundation of your success comes down to 3 things: the right target market, the right products at the right time. The World Wide Web is minting new millionaires every single day, new multimillionaires every single month, and new billionaires every single year. You can be part of the success story if you want to. There are plenty of opportunities around, and you too can get a slice of the $3.5 trillion global e-commerce market. So in this show, I'm giving you 50 proven things to easily source and sell online for massive profit. We have already talked about the top 10. Here are the next 10. Baby shoes. Baby shoes is number 11. Now, baby shoes are always popular, right? People find them very trendy. If you can customize them, if you can even, this is what I call those products where you can have a high markup and people will still buy, because when it comes to baby shoes, people are more on the emotional spectrum of the purchase behavior. So you can actually take advantage of that and charge more for baby shoes. Number 12, novelty light. Novelty light is another item. It's another item that has popped up on the global marketplace in the last 5 years. They have been around for a while, but they have gained in popularity in the last 5 or 4 years, give or take. And this is something that you can certainly also source and sell very easily. Number 13, women's shapewear. Now, women's shapewear is one of those products that is eternally popular, right? Women want to look good, want to look appealing, they want to be comfortable in their own skin. So this kind of products are very, very popular, especially again, one thing that research has shown is that those products are very popular in the spring and summer. Number 14, home security, IP camera. Now this is a good one, right? This is again, this one goes into the technology here that we talked about, the IoT, Internet of Things, the AI spectrum of things. So a home security IP camera is also one of those high margin products that you can actually source and sell online and make a healthy profit. Number 15, Wi-Fi repeater. Wi-Fi repeater is an important thing, especially in multi-story buildings or in places, in large houses, or in when you have a large party or anything, a large event where people want to have some kind of party, or also some kind of event. It is very, very helpful. So Wi-Fi repeater is an important one. Drone camera. drone camera is another good one. Now, drone camera is more what I call a niche market here, right? Niche markets, drone camera, a lot of cash to be made. But the most important thing here is that you can make tons of money by marking up the products, right? This is very important. You want to mark up the products here. So this is think about drone camera as, you know, trying to target several pockets of the global market here. For example, if you have the agricultural market, the farmers, they need a drone. You have those people who do landscaping, but landscaping at a large scale, they need a drone, right? So drone camera can be sold and marketed, if you will, can be marketed to a niche if you do the marketing right, if you do the target market right, if you do the market research right. This is very important. Number 17, the pendant necklace, another seduction item that is very popular. You know, it's very popular. It's an item that is admired and that has strong appeal to the female audience, and this is something that you want to really get into. Now, there are a lot of guys who are starting to love pendant necklace. I mean, the male versions of that. So that's very good. This is something you might want to get into also and sort of take a look at. So that's number 17. Number 18, we have luminous watch. Now, luminous watch is one of those what I call vanity products that people love, especially during festivals in Asia, in the States. You know, summer festivals, winter festivals. There is a lot of opportunity to make there. There's a lot of business opportunity to seize there. So I would strongly encourage you to take a look into that and see if it applies to your business model. Number 19, calendar keychain. Now, calendar keychain also is an important sort of vanity item that people seem to like, and there is a market there as well. Number 20, shimmer nail polish. Now, as you know, every product that targets a female population and that has a cosmetic inclination to it, there is always a huge business opportunity there, right? Because again, the market is huge, and this is something that, you know, women would use all the time. Some women use nail polish every day, some use every other day, or some use over a long time, depending on the woman's needs or desires. However, the market is huge, and this is a product that is used all year long. And this is the kind of space you want to get into. This is the kind of space where you want to operate, right? Where you want to operate from. So this is it. You have it. Number 20, shimmer nail polish. We'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of Sweetie Kiwi. We are having a wonderful show today. The Sweetie Kiwi Show. I just love that name, Sweetie Kiwi. Sweetie Kiwi. I hope you are doing fantastic. You are doing wonderful and marvelous. I am. I'm just having fun here. I love talking about e-commerce. I love talking about making money on the internet. Those are great topics. And today I'm talking to you about 50 things, proven things, not just regular things. No, those are proven things that you can easily source and quickly sell on the internet for massive profits. Before I go to number 21, I want to give a shout out to Josh Booth in Bippas, Indiana, Rudy Harris in Wabash, Indiana, and Abigail Hughes in Audubon, Indiana. Beautiful state of Indiana. Really, I love Indiana. Josh, Rudy, and Abigail, thank you so much for your support. We thank our millions of viewers, fans, and listeners in North America and in the United States. I mean, in North America and over the world. And we appreciate the support. We appreciate the encouragement, and we appreciate all the tips, all the ideas you're giving us, so that we can, do better and better every single day. All right. Where were we? Okay. Number 21, back massager. You want to have a back massager. You want to have those products that can really massage people automatically in the back. And this is another biggie. This sells like crazy. It just sells like so good. And the thing here is that you want to target, you want to differentiate yourself. You want to play on things like colors, you want to play on things like design, visual appeal, that kind of stuff. Because people are emotional when it comes to, health or fitness products. So you can make good cash, you can make some good ka-ching if you're able to differentiate your products, and you can actually even increase the margin here. Number 22, ponytail beanie hat. I love ponytail beanie hats, especially when a woman can really match the hat with other colors, other colors in her her clothing and her shoes and her bags. It's just beautiful. It looks fantastic. Now, this is something that sells like crazy also. You can actually make some good cash around festivals, around holiday season. This works all the time. So number 23, minimalist watch. Now, minimalist watch is one of those things I call a niche product. As with every niche product, right, you have a market and you have loyalists, people who are willing to pay a lot of money for just to acquire the item. So you have the opportunity here to make some cash if you are able to customize the watch properly. Number 24, padded swimwear. Padded swimwear is also one of those cosmetic items, those feel good items that are usually popular in the summer and early spring, and around holiday season, and also around festivals. For instance, padded swimwear sells like crazy around the Rio Festival every year. I think it is in February or March. I don't really recall the exact date, but this is something that's also very good. Number 25, pet grooming tools. Now, this one is something that you can sell all year long, right? Because people love their pets, people love their cutie pie, their fur babies, and what they want is they want to have an opportunity to do some DIY around grooming. Even though a lot of pet owners like to outsource the grooming to specialists, some people still like to take care of their own pets at home. So pet grooming tools are a big item, and that you can sell easily online. Number 25, 26. Where were we? 25? Okay. Number 26. Tech gloves. Now, tech gloves are also very good, right? Tech gloves are things you can use in labs, things you can use in factories. Now, the thing is that make sure that you are able to customize it, and you are able to. This could be a little problematic, because if you are serving a regulated industry, you want to make sure that, for instance, that the requirements of the industry or the regulatory requirements are being met by your products, right? For instance, there's something called OSHA. OSHA is the Occupational Safety and Health agency in the United States, and OSHA has a series of very stringent requirements for occupational health, workplace health. So if you want to serve an industry that depends on OSHA, you really want to make sure that your tech gloves are compliant. Of course, you also have the opportunity to sell them for more money, right? Because it is a compliance. You have a compliance continuum, so the buyer is compelled, to buy the products, and as long as the quality is there, as long as the quality design and the regulatory component of the regulatory component is there, people will be buying that. Number 27, hoop earrings. Now, hoop earrings is also part of what I described earlier in terms of this is the fashion category, mostly for women, and this thing sells like crazy. Hoop earrings sells like crazy, especially in Asia, especially around the festival in China and India. They are selling like crazy, and you can actually differentiate yourself. I would really advise you to, if you want to sell in Asia, in India and China, for instance, I would advise you to have a premium price positioning strategy, so you sell them more because the market is there, right? So you have hundreds of millions of women who are trying to look sexy and beautiful. And the thing is that because the purchasing power is kind of low in those countries, what you want to do is you want to target a medium market, or the middle class or the high class, so you can sell your products at a humongous margin and still be comfortably profitable. So that's very important. Number 28, wave ring. Now wave rings are also what I call part of those vanity products. They are popular, and you can make some good cash out of them as well. Number 29, pore cleanser. Pore cleanser are the ultimate. Pore cleansers are the ultimate cash flow, right? Those products are being used. They are used regularly, sometimes daily or sometimes every 2 days. And this is a product that appeal to a lot of people. It's general across the board. People think that it's only women who use pore cleansers, but no. I mean, more men are using pore cleansers. Kids use pore cleansers. Teenagers use pore cleansers. So again, the market here, the target audience is huge. Number 30, reading light. Reading light is an important item also, especially if people will say, well, if you're home, you really don't need a reading lights, right? That's true. But if you go out there camping, or you are on vacation somewhere, or you are somewhere where you don't want to, sort of bother your neighbors, whatever, your neighbor or your partner, whoever is around you, and you don't want to bother the person, you can actually have a reading lights. Now, I would say when it comes to reading light, the market is a little limited here, because people can use substitute. They can use their cell phone, the light on their cell phone. So what you want to do here is that if you want to sell reading lights on the internet, go for a niche market and try to differentiate your products and charge more. So you increase the markup, and you are able to make good money even if you sell a few units, right? That's the ultimate strategy of the luxury products. So you don't have to sell tons to make money, but if you sell 100 or 1,000, you are as profitable as someone who is selling 1 million of low price products. That's just common sense, right? We will be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Sweaty Kiwi. I'm just having a fantastic time with you. I hope you are doing wonderful. You are doing marvelous. You are learning a lot of stuff here. You are learning how to change your or how to adjust your online strategy and make more money. This is very important. If you love this kind of content, if you think we are adding value to your life, please consider subscribing to our channel, The Sweaty Kiwi. The Sweaty Kiwi show comes every day. We are dropping every single day wonderful gems, content gems that you can use to improve your life, improve your career, get ahead in life, in your relationship, in business, and everywhere else. Like the content, share it if you think somebody else might also enjoy the content. You can comment below, let us know your experience with online commerce, e-commerce, the products that you think are very popular in your area. Give us your feedback on the show. We really are always open. Number 31, gym pants. Now, gym pants are very popular. This is one item that is very popular and has always been, really. And you can sell them. I would say here, just choose a low price strategy and focus on volume. Volume. Just trying to sell as many as possible. DIY wall art. Now, this is a niche market, so this is you can buy those on Etsy or other store, or even source them locally. DIY wall star, DIY wall art. Blah 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 blah. DIY wall art. So that's the one that will allow you to sort of Again, it's a niche market, but you can actually price your products, have a high markup, and make some money. Number 33, spill-proof bowl. Now, spill-proof bowl is something that it is an everyday item, right? People will continue to have children, so babies, and so this kind of product is used all year long. You can differentiate yourself and sort of make some money off of that. I would recommend a low-priced strategy here, but still you can count on volume to make money. Bulb loudspeaker, that's number 34. Bulb loudspeaker also is something that has gained popularity in the last. It has gained popularity in the last 5 years, 5-6 years, give or take, and at least in the state, and is getting popularity worldwide. So you can also put some good ka-ching in there and get even more ka-ching. Neck pillow. Neck pillow is this is a great product that always sells all year long. This product sells all year long. People want to massage their neck while they're driving, while they're watching TV, while they are sitting at a bar. This is just, think of it as a portable mini masseur, right? So really, this is a good one. Neck pillow. You can play around the colors, you can play around the design and charge more, and you will have a lot of ka-ching coming from that product. Number 36, nightlight projector. Now, nightlight projector is more of a niche product, so here you want to adopt a medium price or high price strategy here to be able to sell and make some good cash out of it. Number 37, mother and baby beanie hats. The mother and baby beanie hats are also great pieces of clothing, and you can even have daddy and baby beanie hats, right? Those goes both ways. So you can have mother and baby or daddy and baby. Always works with parents, with new parents, specifically new parents. You also have number 38, travel makeup brushes. Now, travel makeup brushes is also a good kit. This sort of kit sells very well, again, around the holiday season, around festival season in some countries, and also in the United States. So this is something also that you can actually use to make money online. You can easily sort, and this is very easy to source. There are a lot of stores, there are a lot of producers online who would really sort of manufacture that product for you. One thing you want to do here is to make money. You want to customize it. You want to differentiate yourself with it, because this kind of product goes into the category of cosmetics and fashion and lifestyle, more lifestyle. So this is also very important to think about when you choose to source and produce travel makeup brushes. Number 39, photo twinkle lights. Now, the photo twinkle lights it's one of those products that have a celebratory, a festive touch, and again, anything around festivities, anything around celebrations, you can increase the price. You can have a high markup. People will buy because people are thinking about partying. People are in a good mood. It's more the emotional that prevails over the objective. So you can actually charge more and still make huge amounts of cash. Number 40, here we have magnetic eyelashes. This is another good one. And magnetic eyelashes those products are very popular with women. What you want to do is you want to have an array of products with different colors, right? So not just black, spice things up a little bit. Have some pink in there, some green in there, some blue, some orange. You know the deal. Try to stir things up and appeal to your audience. This magnetic eyelashes are very popular among the young audience. So you're talking female from 15 years old, so teenagers, 15 years old, all the way to 40. So you have a 25-year span across your audience that you can work around with, and choose colors, choose some variety. You can even mix several colors in the same eyelash. So this is very important. Talk to your manufacturer around that so you can have a very well customized product. We will be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweaty Kiwi. How are you? I hope you're doing fine. You're doing fantastic. I hope that you are doing marvelous, because I am doing marvelous. For those who just joined us, we are having a wonderful conversation today. We are having a conversation around how to make money online, right? There are a gazillion ways to make money online, hundreds of potential niches to serve, and millions of products to sell on the internet. However, the foundation of your success comes down to three things: the right target market, the right products, and the right time. The World Wide Web is minting new millionaires every single day, new multimillionaires every single month, and new billionaires every single year. You can be part of this success story if you want to. There are plenty of opportunities always around you, and you too can get a slice of the $3.5 trillion global e-commerce market. Check out the 50 proven things that I have been giving you. So far, I've given you 40, and I'm going to give you the last 10. 50 proven things to easily source and sell online for massive profit. And I want to emphasize the last part: massive profits, right? We're not talking about product you can sell and just not make any money. We are talking about products you can sell and make massive products and make massive products, massive profit. So this is basically something that you want to pay attention to. Now, let's talk about number 41. Number 41, charm bracelet. Now, charm bracelets are very, very, very popular, right? They are popular, specifically when it comes to festivity, when it comes to celebration, when it comes to a host of things. But the bracelets are very popular with the young audience. They're very popular with the festive audience, and this is something you want to really think about as you position your product. Number 42, sexy men's underwear. This is another interesting item that always works, right? Man wants to be sexy, women wants to be sexy. So sexy men's underwear works all the time. Number 43, home ice cream makers. People want to make their own ice cream, right? So, but this is more of a niche market. Again, with niche markets, what you want to have is a high markup, so you can have a lot of cash coming, even if you're selling only a few products. So home ice cream makers are a good product also that you can sell specifically around early spring and throughout the summer. Before I go to number 44, I just want to quickly give a shout out to our beautiful viewers and listeners in multiple countries. Particularly, I have Riz Perry in Lamars, Iowa, Hayden Andrews in Arbor Hill, Iowa, and Chloe Newman in Dundee, Iowa. So Riz Perry, Hayden Andrews, Chloe Newman, we love you. Thank you so much for your support, all from Iowa. We appreciate your help. We appreciate your encouragement. We appreciate your support. Thank you so much. We are going quickly back to number 40. Where were we? Number 44. Okay. Number 44. Men's plaid shirt. Now, men's plaid shirt is very stylish. It's very cool. Men love it. And this is something you can easily sell. You can easily sell and make money on. Now, just make sure that you trying to differentiate yourself, right? This is very important. You want to differentiate yourself, because the last thing you want is just sell something that everybody has, right? You don't want that. So try to have a product that you can use to differentiate yourself very easily. Number Number 45, makeup organizer. Makeup organizer is another good one. Again, that falls back into the whole cosmetic category that women love. So makeup organizer is also very interesting, and you can also make some good cash on that. Number 46, fancy LED lights. Now, as the name implies, those are fancy stuff, so you don't really have it's not everyday product. This is not a mass product, but you can still make some decent cash out of it by marking up the product by having a high margin here. Number 47, crystal water bottle, another niche market. So to make money, you have to differentiate yourself. You have to design. You have to think about the target audience, and you have to think about how to customize it. So that's number 47. Number 48, that's pet bed. That's the bed for your cutie pie. So cat bed or a dog bed, whatever it is. This is a high sale product, and this is something that you want to really think about, especially for customers in rich countries, customers that have the ability to spend some disposable cash on their pets. This is a very, very good and lucrative market for online sellers. You might want to take a look at that. Number 49, reversible umbrella. Another what I call a trivial, not a trivial, it's more like vanity. Yeah, more vanity products, but also very, very successful online, because again, online, the good thing here is that the market is global, right? You're not limited to the local constraints, the local demographic constraints. You can live somewhere where the population is 1, meaning you are the only person living in that city and still make money, right? So this is something you want to think about. You want not think about living in one place, though, living in one city by yourself. I was just talking about the reversible umbrella, so you can actually basically customize it and sell to a global audience. And number 50, reusable straw. Reusable straws are good items, low priced everyday products that people use during festivities or at home, that kind of during events that tend to repeat each other, tend to be frequent. So you can actually also use them. So reusable straws are very popular, and that was the number 50. Now we have completed the whole list. Now there are 3 other type of very important info I want to share with you, because you want to get into them. You want to find out the best way to have you want to find the right target product, the right target audience, and the right time. And I'm going to show you how to really get that right after this. Welcome back, folks, to Sweetie Kiwi. I hope that you are doing fantastic. We are continuing our journey. We are trying to see how people can make money online. And I really wanted to show you, I wanted to give you some bonus. I wanted to talk to you about the best wedding decorations to source and sell online, because weddings are, and this applies to weddings in all countries. And in addition to that, this strategy applies to all kinds of festivities, all kinds of family festivities, right? And you can actually apply them to things like, I'm actually forgetting how it's called in the States when a girl turns 15. I think it's called quinceanera or something like that. I don't really recall the exact name here, but in other countries, it's when people turn 16. You have bar mitzvahs. You have this sort of rituals when children are becoming adults, quote unquote adults. So you can use those. You can apply this strategy that I'm about to show you. You can use it for festivities in general. So, but today I'm just focusing on the wedding decoration. So, for instance, there are things you can sell, and you can, if you have the right target here. Of course, the timing is known, right? Because the time is when the event will take place. So you will have an idea in advance of the date. Now, the number one item here is men's formal wear bow tie. Now, formal wear bow tie is the quintessential men's attire. It is always popular. It projects a veneer of elite, a veneer of prestige, a veneer of elite status, a veneer of prestige, a veneer of wealth. And the thing is that basically you can sell this at a high markup and people will buy it. So you can, men's formal wear bow tie, you can sell this at a very high markup, because here we are talking about the people are not buying, with their mind. They are buying with their heart. So this is very important to keep that in mind. Item number 2, artificial petals for weddings. This is another element here that you can sell at a premium. Artificial petals for weddings. I think all items in this list can be sold at a premium, because when it comes to weddings or festivities or very important event, people are thinking more with their heart than with their mind. So you want to sort of capitalize on that emotional construct, on that emotional sort of reality, and make money. There's nothing wrong with that. Millions of companies do it all the time. So artificial petals for weddings are another item you can sell to people who are getting married or that kind of stuff. LED wedding balloons. LED wedding balloons are a third category of items that are very popular also, that you can sell during weddings or before weddings or during festivities in general, right? I think there is one country where I think there was in China or India, where people celebrate 1,000 or 100 weddings on the same day at the same place, some kind of mass weddings. This is a great opportunity to make money, right? Great opportunity if you can market to those sort of event organizers or this kind of event planners. You can be making some serious ka-ching. Another thing you want to sell during weddings or before weddings, for that matter, is heart-shaped wedding confetti. So heart-shaped wedding confetti are also very popular. Not only popular, they've been around for decades, if not centuries, right? People are used to them. People are expecting them. So they are always selling. Now the cash, you might think this is a low price products, but again, you can charge more. The idea is when you're charging more, you have to differentiate yourself. You have to justify why you are charging more, right? The idea is not just to charge more because you want to charge more. You want to make extra money. You are trying to tell your potential customer, hey, listen, my products are a little different, a little better, if not way better, way more different than the competition's. So the competition's products are just below my products. And if you can convince the customer of such reality, or you can convince the customer that your fiction is actually reality, you can actually charge more, right? Think about that. Another thing you may want to think about is the silicone wedding band. Silicone wedding bands are also very, very, very popular. They are very popular, especially now. They are popular with weddings where the newlyweds are young. So weddings for folks in their 20s and 30s. This has been a cash cow for a lot of manufacturers across the world. So you might want to jump on that bandwagon and grab a piece of that bonanza, right? And the last item I want to talk about here is LED marquee letters. You know those beautiful marquee letters that you see at the weddings or festivals or other events. Those are great ways to also make some extra cash online. And you can, again, you can actually, have a high markup on those items and still sell a lot, because again, going back to what I said earlier, when we are talking about a wedding, people are more on the emotional side of the purchase spectrum. They're using their heart rather than their mind. So this is it's a very good opportunity to sell and make some extra cash. But again, don't forget, you have to differentiate yourself, right? All right, we will be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweaty Kiwi. I hope that you are doing fantastic. You are doing marvelous. Now, I have given you the top 50 products to sell online. Now, here comes the most important part, because if you remember what I said, earlier, there are a gazillion ways to make money online, hundreds of potential niches to serve, and millions of products to sell on the web. However, the foundation of your success comes down to three things: the right target market, the right products at the right time. The World Wide Web is minting new millionaires every single day, new multimillionaires every single month, and new billionaires every year. The thing is that for you to really, you can be part of this success story if you want to, and there are plenty of opportunities always around, and you too can get a slice of the $3.5 trillion global e-commerce market. But to do that, you need to find the right products, and you need to find what? You need to find the right target markets and sell the products at the right time. So now I want to show you how to find products that are trending in your area. Of course, I've given you 50 products, right? But if you can say, you know what, this is good, I want to have 3 or 4, but I'm also interested in selling just local. I want to sell locally. So I want to show you how to find products that are trending in your area. But before I do so, I just want to make sure that if you just join us and you have been listening for the last 3, 4, or 5 minutes, or 10 minutes, or 20 minutes, or even more, 60 minutes, woof, that would be fantastic. If you've been following us since the beginning of this show and you think the content is great, the content is valid, is relevant to your career or to someone you know, please consider subscribing to our channel. Hit the notification bell so you can be kept in the loop whenever we drop a new show. Subscribe, like the show, share with your business partners, with your family members, with anybody that you know, your friends, your colleagues. Comment below. Let us know your experience when it comes to e-commerce, what you believe, what the best practices are, because we really want to share the intellectual wealth within the Sweaty Kiwi community. We want everybody to contribute here, and we'll really appreciate it. So before I move forward, I just want to say a great hi, a fan shout out here to Javion Ramsey. He is in Dundee, Kansas, Aiden Spence in Ottawa, Kansas, and Melody Larson in Plainville, Kansas. So Melody, Aiden, and Javion, thank you so much out there in Kansas for your support. We really appreciate it. I want to quickly talk to you now about how to find products that are trending in your area. Now, it is very important. If you want to know products that are trending in your area, a good place to start is Google Shopping ads. Right? You can create Google Shopping ads for some keywords, or even easier, use Google Trends. Right? By using Google Trends, you are able to find out exactly what's trending on Google at a particular time. Now, Google is not the only search engine, so I recommend for people to use also Bing. Of course, Google has, I would say, the lion's share of the market in the West, at least. I think they control around 70% or 80%, give or take, right? But to really cover the entire market, you want to also search Bing search, and you want to look at Bing Trends. Look at all the products, the news items, whatever is trending on Google. You want to pay attention to that. So number 1, Google Trends. Number 2, Bing Trends. Number 3, YouTube Trends. Now, of course, YouTube is owned by Google, which is owned by Alphabet, but there are some items, there are some elements, especially video elements, who are not available on Google, and you can only see them on YouTube. So it is just important. It is equally important to check YouTube trends, to sort of determine what's really appealing to consumers and what's really, creating the buzz at the moment. Number 4, you can use Facebook trends. Of course, Facebook has a 65 billion monthly users. This is a huge opportunity for you to find out exactly what your target audience is looking for, what kind of info, what kind of products they're buying, what kind of stuff they're watching. This is intel that is very, 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 very noteworthy for you, especially if you want to develop an efficient strategy, a profitable strategy, right? So the Facebook trend search allows you to search by a number of keywords and by area or group to see the latest trends, the top trending post. And the thing also is that you can also get some valuable insights from running your ad campaigns. That's if you decide to run ad campaigns in Facebook, but you really don't need to. You don't need to spend money on running ads to be able to find what's working. You can do this research free. All you need is just to have a Facebook account, be on Facebook or be on YouTube, and this is it. Now, another way to find the products that are trending in your area is to go on forums, right? Now, social forums are an awesome place to find trending products. You can also use this spot to do product research and get insight into your niche market. Now, for instance, I recommend a forum called Reddit. Now, Reddit is very, very well known. They've been around for a while, and people on the users on that platform are very dedicated. They're very active. They are what I call activist users. So if you really want to test a product or really know what's what might work, what might interest people, you can register on Reddit and basically look for the specific Reddits and the sub forum or the forum. So by doing that, you have access to active communities where you can get first-hand feedback. That's very important. Even before you get into the nitty-gritty of actual online sale, you can actually get first-hand feedback on new trending products and see also what consumers are saying about them, right? So this is very important. You can even jump in on fact-finding conversation, or you can even create your own thread. On Reddit, they call it Ask Reddit. So you basically create your own thread, and the idea is to create a thread where the intent here, the aim is to collect as much intel on the products you want to sell. You can also use Pinterest, right? Pinterest has give or take around 150 million active users, and the good thing is that 2/3 of Pinterest users are believed to be millennials, right? This is very important also because if millennials are more likely to be the ones buying online, right? And this has been proven by countless reports from the Wall Street Journal, from McKinsey Quarterly Magazine, from Deloitte Research, from Harvard Business Review articles. So millennials are twice as much on social media as their parents are, right? So it is very important that you are using. Now, if millennials are not your target audience, then you might want to look elsewhere and not use Pinterest. But if they are, you want to be on Pinterest. You want to be on those places where your target audience is likely to be, right? So you want to look at the Pinterest, and Pinterest has a section called Pinterest Popular, and that's the trending section of that platform. And by paying attention to Pinterest Popular, you can find out exactly what is working. And this is a very highly valuable piece of content for small businesses especially those who are on the hunt for new products. You can also use Instagram. Instagram is another great and fantastic social media to use to collect intel on the products that you believe might be working out, might be very profitable out there. The process is similar to Pinterest. You got to go on Instagram and look for the trending products, and based on the list that you have, you can have an idea of where to invest your dollar, where to invest your money, what kind of products to source and sell online. We'll be right back right after this. Don't go. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweaty Kiwi. I'm just doing fantastic. I hope you are doing wonderful. I was talking to you earlier about Reddit, Pinterest, Instagram, right? Now I want to talk to you about Amazon. Amazon is also a great place to find trending products, right? I mean, Amazon is the largest internet retailer. Actually, people are sort of saying it's more Alibaba, but Amazon is, let's just say, it's one of the top internet retailers, and this status makes it one of the best places to do your trending product research, right? You can use a section called Amazon Bestsellers, so you have a real-time access to a list of their most popular products based on sales. A lot of folks think that when people talk about bestsellers, they only think about books or albums or music, that kind of stuff. But the Amazon bestsellers is a very broad and diverse category. So they put everything in there, and this is the only criterion here is real-time sales. Now, if you can use Amazon bestsellers, but you can also use another section of the website that is called Amazon's Movers and Shakers. So that list gives you actually the products with the highest sales rank gain in the last 24 hours. Amazon bestsellers tend to be a little bit based on the week or the month, whereas the Amazon's Movers and Shakers list shows you the products that have been doing very well in terms of sales in the last 24 hours. You can also use a platform called Store Envy. Now, Store Envy is an e-commerce platform and marketplace, and what the way they sort of advertise themselves is that they are presenting themselves as a hot marketplace for trending products. So they are displaying how the market is reacting to new trends. So first they give you the trends, right? They tell you the trends, and then they tell you how the market is reacting to those trends. So you have two sides of the same story. You have two versions of the same story. Another platform where you can get great intel on what's working, what's trending right now is Etsy. Now, Etsy is one of the fastest growing e-commerce place, right? E-commerce places, online marketplaces, where people from around the world sell and buy unique goods on and offline. So it is a very good place. According to market research, it is a very good place to see what kind of products are trending. Now, the thing is, you can use their trending products page to see popular products being sold. Now, by looking at that, you know where there's competition or where there's not, right? Again, the idea here is to find what's working, what's trending, and trying to come up with your own products or something similar. Because sometimes, it's just better to follow the trend, right? Because the last thing you want is to reinvent the wheel. Nobody wants to. You don't have the time nor the money to do so. Even if you had the money, it's just a waste. It's just a double waste here, because that money could have been reinvested in something more productive. Kickstarter is also another good site where you can find out what's really happening in terms of emerging trends. Of course, Kickstarter is known for being a crowdfunding website, but they do have something called a discover page, and then that discover page showcases their top listed products filtered by popularity. Right? It can be by popularity or funding earned or staff picks. Now, it is very important to kind of look at Kickstarter because Kickstarter is a crowdfunding website, and usually they sort of cater to startups, right? So companies that they are looking for money to raise money to launch a product. Now, if you can get some intel from Kickstarter, the website, even before the product is launched, you have a competitive edge, right? So this is very important to sort of model your intel strategies around multiple platforms. You can also get more intel, if you will, on eBay. Now, with eBay, you have access to a host of sales data. Now, the data is diverse. The data is multi-sector. The data is It's just global, right? So you look at things from country, from sector, from stage on the value chain, right? So that sales data can help you to properly choose a trending product that is high in margin and high in demand. So you can easily do this on eBay by inputting a product type in the search bar and scrolling down to the left section panel and select what they call sold items. So that kind of gives you really the popularity and the margin, if you will, of the sold items. The last platform where you can get great intel on products that are trending is AliExpress. Now, earlier I talked about Amazon not being one of the largest, not being the largest internet retailer, but Alibaba is a direct competitor to Amazon right now. Alibaba claims that they are the largest internet retailer, but let's just say that they are also one of the largest, right? So AliExpress is basically a wholesale marketplace from Alibaba, which allows users to order in small quantity. Now, small quantity is very important, so they allow users to order in small quantities. Now, if you are aware with Alibaba, by the way, we did a great show on Alibaba, and we uncovered the reasons why they are so powerful, how they are, they are really trumping their American counterparts. You might want to check it out when you get a chance after this show. Go and check out our exclusive report on Alibaba. We are giving people, we gave people the top 10 reasons why they are able to be so successful. So you can go on AliExpress. Now, Alibaba is made for wholesalers, right? You cannot buy in small quantities. So what they've done is they've actually branched out and they created AliExpress. Now, with AliExpress, you can buy small quantities. So you can search the AliExpress popular page on the platform to get key insights into trending products. And this is very huge, right? This is a new, imagine if you can just look at Amazon and AliExpress. You have an idea already from the top two marketplaces, the top two internet retailers. You can have an idea already of what's really trending in the whole world. And if you just add on that, you add Google Trends and Facebook Trends, that's just bingo, right? You have the whole 9 yards, or the whole 4 yards, if you will. We'll be right back right after this. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. Another edition or another section of this show. For those who just joined us, we were talking about the 50 products to easily sell and source online. Now, I was giving those 50 products, but there are things you have to do to be able to clinch the success. You have to be able to do those things consecutively, and there are gazillion ways to make money online. There are hundreds of potential niches to serve. and millions of products to sell on the web. However, this foundation of your success comes down to three things: the right target market, the right products, and the right time. The internet is minting new millionaires every single day, new multimillionaires every single month, and new billionaires every single year. You can be part of this success story if you want to. Now, there are plenty of opportunities always around, and you too can get a slice of the $3.5 global e-commerce market. $3.5 trillion. $3.5 trillion. Now, we've talked about the 50 things that you need to easily sell and source online. In this show, we are about to wrap things up now. Just wanted to give again a fan shout out. A shout out to Freddie Ross in Wayland, Kentucky, Mason Collette in Salt Lake, Kentucky, and Dorothy Casey in Crestwood, Kentucky. Freddie, Mason, and Dorothy, thank you so much for your support. Now, to really recap this show, we had a conversation around the 10 criteria that you must absolutely pay attention to before buying and selling online. I gave you other competitive boosters to allow you to sell products at a high margin. Then I gave you the 50 products to easily source and sell online. I also gave you, because I am just a very generous man, I gave you the best wedding decorations to source and sell online. And finally, I showed you how to find products that are trending in your area. That's again, if you want to have a local strategy, right? Instead of selling global, you can still have a global strategy. Now let's have our call to action. Our call to action today is very simple. Now, we all know that the popular quote that says information is power. And some people say that even a little child knows. This saying may be powerful, but nowadays it has become a cliche. For me, information is certainly power, but action is omnipotence, all powerfulness, supremacy. Doing things is what moves the world. Doing things is why you are currently where you are. And doing things will be the number one reason why you will reach the destination you want to reach. Act today and start moving your life in the right direction. To get you started, here are 5 things, actually more than 5, I think about 8, 9 things I recommend you do when it comes to e-commerce, right? Set your e-commerce strategy properly. Find products you want to specialize in. Think cross-device, not just mobile, right? You want to think tablets, desktop, mobile, laptop. Choose the right e-commerce software. Now, try to make sure that you have an excellent online customer service department. Create a great delivery experience for the customer, right? You want to encourage not only the first online purchase, but you want to encourage repeat business. Build a trusted online brand, and most importantly, keep optimizing your online shopping experience. Now, this is very important, folks, right? You want to be in a position where you are trying to sell 50 things to make money, but your online strategy has to be constantly optimized. It has to be constantly optimized, right? So this is something you have to think about and work on. So this is it, folks. This is our show today, and very happy to have you around. Very happy to have this conversation. To have had this conversation with you. I will talk to you in another. What? Oh, okay, we have the pro tip. Oh, I nearly forgot that. Okay, here is today's pro tip. Well, before then, let's just we'll be right back right after this. Welcome back, folks. Today's pro tip is very simple. The best way to quickly establish your online reputation and make massive money is local specialization. You can sell online you can sell to a global audience, but the quickest way is to focus on your surroundings, your city, and maybe your state. Do a Google search, see your local market, check seasonality trends, and customize really your products for local events, things like sports events, weddings, any kind of festivity. Be local. And once you are local, once you're comfortable being local, you're strong enough, you can become global. Good luck and stay marvelous.